how do you stay positive when something unexpected and unfavorable happens in your 3D reality? I'm going to use myself as an example. So I lost my job after working for this company for 3 years, and this came completely out of nowhere for me. So how do you go about this? How do you stay positive when you're faced with this type of circumstance? So there is a misconception that you have to be positive. I would say more optimistic than positive. So it is very hard to be positive in that kind of situation. But what I did was I knew that this was working out in my favor. I did have some concerns about how am I going to pay my rent next month? Where's the income coming in? And I quickly, because I know who's in charge, I know who's the creator, it was easy for me to quickly come back to my power. It's okay to feel how you're feeling. It's not about pushing your feelings down and ignoring them, but it's about quickly going back to our power and the state where we create what we want. Change your perspective. Think about if this is something that you've been really wanting. In my case, I knew that I manifested this because I have been affirming for more money. I've been affirming to be a full-time content creator. I want to film videos and be on YouTube, and I've been wanting to do this for so long, but this still came to me out of nowhere. I still preferably would not have liked to completely lose my job, but it almost seemed like things had to fall apart for my manifestation to come about. So I did take it as a sign. I did immediately think about that, and I'm like, I definitely think I manifested this. I mean, we are manifesting everything. So I would say change your perspective, look and see, think back if this is something that maybe you really want. Maybe you've said some things, affirmed unconsciously about wanting something more, wanting something better, something different. And maybe this is God's or the universe's way of moving things out of your way. And that's how I chose to see it. I knew that this was ultimately in my favor, and I just assumed that I would have the money that I needed for next month, for rent and everything else. Like, I just assumed that I would have the money and that it was already done. In another person's case, for example, if you did want another job, you can just assume that you already have a new job. You have a better paying job. And this is where I might lose you. You're probably thinking, yeah, like that's so easy to say. That's not gonna happen. Like that's crazy. That's not possible. But was it possible for you to just lose your job out of nowhere? Right? Like if somebody would have told me that morning that today you're gonna lose your job, I would have looked at them like they were crazy. Being delusional and being crazy works both ways. It's so much easier to believe that something bad will happen and it's possible than something good. You never really know, anything can happen. So because anything can happen, it's our job to put that anything to what we want, to the focus that we do want. So just like I could easily wake up that day and just be told unexpectedly that I would not have a job by the end of the month, I can easily assume that I have a job. So that's why focus really matters, and that's why perspective is really important. Some affirmations that you can tell yourself: I'm the creator of my reality. What I say goes. I'm the only one who decides. Everything is always working out for me. And then the one that I used is, this is working out in my favor. What just happened, this is leading me to what I want, to something better. This is working out in my favor. This is actually working out in my favor. And I just kept saying that over and over again. You can even say some affirmations for least resistance is, somehow, some way, this is working out in my favor. Somehow, some way, this is leading me to what I want, to my manifestation. Somehow, some way, my rent is gonna get paid. It's already done, it's already paid. The way I like to see it, as when things seem ugly and unwanted, this is the most important time to stick to your end. Because look at it like this, like say like pieces of a puzzle, right? And if you start to spiral and start thinking like, oh, this is just going to shit, like everything is going wrong, like why is this happening? Now that the pieces are already undone and not together, they're gonna start to be put together, but like wrong. So what, now that the pieces, or now that everything's kind of fallen apart, or the opposite is like out, when you stick to your end and seeing it as in your favor, I feel like those pieces are able to come together perfectly to what you want. So it's like a perfect puzzle piece complete, is exactly the way that it should be, which is your manifestation. But if you start to go into like negative thoughts and thinking like, oh, like that victim mindset, like of course this happened to me, like of course I lost my job, like nothing ever works out for me, boo, all this stuff, like you're gonna get like a Picasso puzzle. It's not like, in no offense to Picasso, but you know what I mean, like it's gonna be distorted. It's not gonna be the manifestation picture that you want your puzzle to be. So stick to your end. EFT tapping. I highly recommend, if you are feeling highly stressed, anxious, you can look up on YouTube EFT for money or whatever your situation is, but it helps to release negative thoughts and feelings, and you're gonna feel a huge difference in your mind and your body. It helps to regulate your nervous system. It also helps to manifest and manifest faster, and it helps to rewire your subconscious, the same as like when you're repeating affirmations, it does the same thing. It basically, like, you're tapping your meridian points, like affirm as you're tapping. I did that for money, and again, I'll use myself as an example of losing my job. Naturally you start to think like, oh, how am I gonna get money, and how, because you're thinking of money only coming in through from a job, and there's multiple ways that you can get money, so that's a limiting belief when it comes to money. I listen to sleep tapes at night, just an additional kind of boost, just to like fill my subconscious even more. So you want to have that working in your favor like 24/7. I don't want this video to be any more longer than it is already. I'm hoping it's not that long, but I hope this video was helpful. Let me know in the comments. I'm really excited to start my new channel. I absolutely love manifestation and mindset work and talking about it. It's literally become a passion. I absolutely love talking about it and sharing this knowledge with other people to better their lives. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.